So, guys, joining us today is the incredible Caroline Webb, a sex, intimacy, and relationship coach and therapist who specializes in helping women and couples reconnect from the inside out. Caroline works with emotional healing, trauma recovery, masculine and feminine energy, boundary settings, and soul level intimacy. She's also the author of Love 360, Inside Out of Intimacy Handbook. I think we all need one of those. She hosts workshops for men and women and is extremely passionate about helping people build relationships rooted in healthy support and positive love action. So welcome to Truth Bombs and Hot Flushes, Caroline. How are you?
Man, thank you so much for having me. I do appreciate this opportunity. I always love talking to people, and especially when the message is always positive.
Yes.
And we want to create positivity around love and kindness. So I understand that the world isn't always a very positive, loving space.
Unfortunately.
But it takes one person at a time to change it.
Absolutely. Just a little bit of kindness goes a long way. And if that little bit can create a domino effect, then I mean, gosh, we can create a tornado.
Yes, absolutely. Because we don't know what goes on in other people's lives.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we all wear these faces and these fronts, but actually behind it all, you just never know. So, I mean, being a little kind definitely goes a long way. So, can you tell me what's the most common intimacy myth that women in midlife still believe?
So I absolutely love this, purely because when I have couples come to me, the very first thing is that they say, I'm in menopause, and he just doesn't understand what's going on with me. And can he not just get it that I do not want to be intimate, or I do not want to have sex?
Yeah.
So the myth for me with regards to that is that you think you are either no longer capable, and therefore you live it. And I believe that it's a choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a choice around that. We choose to whether we want to engage or not.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I know, I mean, we've chatted and I know you've just recently turned 50 and you have mentioned that you've been in the perimenopause phase for a whole 18 months, which I almost kind of passed out a bit because I'm like, okay, this is the life of woman. So yeah, how has it been? Number one, reaching this beautiful milestone, because you look stunning though for 50, by the way. But how has it been? Has it changed how you see yourself as a woman? Or I want the whole nitty-gritty.
Right. So turning 50 was not a big deal for me. It was just another day.
Yeah.
Right. So the only difference is that I've now made a concerted effort to bring my closest and my nearest and my dearest together and have a lunch instead of doing life on the run, because I tend to be on the run all the time. So I've taken the time to just slow down and sit down with the people I love and tell them that I love them. And for me, 50 hasn't changed for me. I'm still who I am. I still feel that I am sort of mid-30s. I'm talking about energetic, from the energy space. I love that I can still be active and that I am youthful in the sense that I can run and cycle or do trail running. I absolutely love going to the Drakensberg. That is my favorite place to go.
It is. It's beautiful.
And it's just Mother Nature. She's got so much to offer, and we can ground ourselves. I think that's the beauty of it. How has being 50 changed me? I won't say, I'll say that it didn't change me at all. What has changed for me that I've come to realize, and I'm going to say when I wasn't in it, I was very confused. I was perimenopausal, as I said to you, for about 18 months. It was a very confusing time for me because I felt very alone. At the stage, I was not in a, let's say, committed relationship. So you've got no one to bounce things off.
Yeah.
You have an actual brain fog. I'm not sure if you've got any children. If you've
Yeah.
got kids,
3.
some of us went through what they would call porridge brain, where you just forget things.
I'm there at the
Okay.
moment. Yeah.
No,
It's
it's
real.
awful.
It's real. And you
And
don't
it
understand
is
how real
so,
it is till you are sitting with that porridge brain, basically. Yeah. And then you
exactly,
realize
and
it's a thing.
it's the thing, yes,
Yeah.
because you think, how can you forget where to put your keys? I mean, I used to say to my mother, it's not rocket scientist. You put it on the table where all the other keys are. You go back, you fetch it, right?
Yes.
A to
Yes.
Z. It's simple maths. It's not. Yeah. So what have I learned from that? Don't judge the porridge brain.
Oh,
Don't do it.
not at all.
Um,
Really, midlife
well,
humbles you in that sense. Absolutely. Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. So what I've come to realize is that you think you're still confident. So if I look at you, I go, oh my gosh, she's beautiful. I love how she's dressing. I'm loving your hair. I do not know what goes on in your head. You might be thinking, my hair is really frustrating me right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to
So true.
just chop it all off. Impulsive decision making.
No, that's
I had
it.
that all the time. I had that all the time. I think my biggest thing that I had to adapt to, which I am so grateful now for, that I had to just sit back and slow down life
Mm-hmm.
and grace. I had to give myself
Yeah.
grace,
So
grace,
important.
grace for what's going on. And the other thing is, I thank the universe for sending me a partner that was just so understanding of my madness.
Oh,
And he can take me and he can just direct me. He can just redirect me and he can go, where you at right now? How you feeling? What's going on? In the past, I had to have those conversations with myself.
yeah.
And we have, I almost want to say, an identification bias to our own personality, what we're going through, who we are, when you're strong or
Yeah.
you are is in general, just let's say a cheeky person or whatever it might be. So when you're starting to have these brain fog conversations with yourself and you're finding that you feel like you're losing your mind because you
Mm.
are now actually talking to yourself,
Mm.
um, it's quite a change to go through. And I want to say to anyone out there, it is very, very normal to feel as if you're falling off the bus
Yeah.
and that you don't have a sense of belonging and that your body is going through these changes and you're feeling insecure. It's absolutely normal. And it's normal to be emotional, but I believe that when you are in a good partnership with someone and they can help you identify that you are acting in a way that's out of your character, you have someone to sit down with and go, right, let's dissect what's happening to
Mm.
you and let's just see. It's like fault finding.
Yeah.
What's going on, where you're at. And I think that's the beauty of it. So what I've learned up until this point, that if you're going through a very confusing period in your life, I really hope and pray that everyone else out there has a solid support system
Mm.
whereby someone can just support you and say, hey, I'm here for you, I'm holding space. And to all the women out there, especially in this midlife, what you're going through, give yourself grace, love, and kindness. That's what you have to do.
I think it's so important. And I love that you spoke about having a supportive partner because unfortunately, that's just not how it goes down. There's a lot of women that are silently fighting this whole new phase in their life, right? And as I've always said, it comes with so much of beauty, but it also comes with so much of chaos that we don't even understand. And if you don't have a supportive partner to actually, as you say, sit you down and go through it and try and figure this out, where you're figuring it out together, because I think the misconception is that everything just gets blamed on menopause or perimenopause. But what I think our partners don't realize as well is that it's something that we are also learning about. It's something new to us and our bodies
Correct.
and our minds and what have you. We don't have it figured out. So it would be nice to sit down together and figure it out and dissect it, so that you feel comfortable enough to open up and also realize I'm not losing my marbles here. I'm actually
Really?
normal, but there's a hormonal change, there's a hormonal imbalance. This is, estrogen's involved there. This is involved there, And when you now start extracting and dissecting, you realize, okay, and that's like a whole game changer. But you're so right. The support structure is so important, so important. And it would be nice if just a lot more partners come, you know, on with
Board with
knowing and
this.
understand. See, we go, there's the brain fog. I'm looking for the word on board. But yeah, it would make the transition so much easier. For you, what has been like the harshest part of this transition? I mean, it's been going for 18 months. So I know my sister, who's in her 50s, she's also, it's actually more than 18 months, to be quite honest. And so we've been walking this path with her, but I know there's been certain moments that stand out of like, is this seriously happening? Is this what I have to go through? So for you, what was the harshest?
Right. So I'm going to get very personal here.
Yeah.
So before I had this really amazing supportive partner, I was, let's say, loosely dating.
Uh-huh.
And I had started my cycle, as in my menstrual cycle, as per usual, somewhere in November 2023.
All
And you
right.
think it's normal.
Yeah.
Then you're kind of going, when is it going to stop?
Good stop.
And when is it going to stop? And I kept asking myself this like a crazy person. I then entered another relationship with someone, let's say, briefly for about a month or so in March or April of 2024. Still hasn't stopped since November, right? So off we go to get myself checked out when I went to go
Yes,
do
yes.
the UTD run
Okay,
in
okay.
Underberg. And
Right.
he was like, let's get you to a doctor, see what's going on. And by now, the fact that I have imbalance in terms of I've got permanent vertigo. So he's
Okay,
going,
okay.
it must be something to do with your vertigo. Your system is getting thrown out. Let's go check you out.
Yeah.
Off we go to the doctor, and the doctor tells me, you should be in menopause already. I'm like, no, man, I'm fine. Everything is good. So doctor's telling me there's a problem. I'm going,
No.
don't worry about it. I'm
Yeah.
cool. Like, I
Yeah.
know who I am. I know my body. Like, what do
Yeah.
you know? Right? You're a
Exactly.
doctor.
Yeah. Yeah.
And and the thing is, and the reason why I said that, because my whole attitude was, I have control over my body. I know what's going on. I'm very in tune with myself.
Yeah.
I assumed it was the copper T, the IUD that I had implanted recently. That's maybe throwing my system
Yeah.
out a little
Yeah.
bit. So off we go. We get this thing removed. It's worse, right? It's still not stopping. I eventually, now you must know, started,
Yeah.
my heavy cycle. It continued for almost a year.
No
It continued
way.
for almost a year, right? Where I was just beyond myself. I was like, this can't be happening. And my brain is telling me it must be perimenopause, but I'm going, no,
No.
it can't be.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
denial, such denial that my body is going through changes. And then I decided to go off my antidepressants, my ADHD medication, and I removed the IUD and I
Right.
stopped alcohol all in one.
Right.
So now I'm
Just went cold turkey there.
off of all of this
Yeah.
cold turkey. So it's been 18 months
Wow.
and my system is only starting to regulate now.
Okay.
And so that was the hardest for me to think, when is this stopping? So I know it was, too much information for some people out there, but I'm sharing this because
No, it's
people need to
brilliant
know
that you are. Yeah.
happens, right? And also, I decided to not take on any hormone therapy. So I decided to do everything very naturally,
Yeah.
purely, and it's not because I don't trust doctors or I don't trust medication, but I do believe that sometimes the medication can make things worse for us. And I'm giving this disclosure that I'm not a medical practitioner. I'm not a doctor. I'm not saying don't take your hormone replacement therapy
Yeah.
if your
Yeah.
doctor is giving it to you. However, if you can bear with yourself and go, I'm going through these changes, try and get through it, right? I'm also just saying to people, be mindful before you go off your antidepressants like I did, or off your ADHD medication or anything. I have, and I am that kind of person. I can take on just about anything and go cold turkey.
Yeah.
Mentally, I'm very strong. However, not everybody has the
Everybody's like that.
capability.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, please be patient with yourself. That's also the other thing. Please be patient with yourself when you're going through these changes. And find yourself a support group like what you and your sister got. You're walking this journey together. I have my bestie, her and I, we could walk through this. And the beauty of it, I think you and your sister, you can do this where you go, I think I'm busy losing my mind.
Yeah.
Don't tell anyone.
And knowing that you're not going to be judged, it's not going to be like, okay, you weirdo, like, what are you going through? You know, that's not normal. You're not going to be judged. It's most likely going to be laughed about as well, but you're going to be in a comfortable space to feel that I'm not okay, but I'm okay. And it's okay, you know? So,
and it's normal.
Yeah.
Yes. And I want to say to the women out there that as what you said earlier on, this is new to us as well.
Yeah.
Right. And I am living proof of it that you think you are in tune with your body. But when Mother Nature takes over and the normal life cycle starts happening, we don't have control biologically over anything that happens to us. And I'm asking, if I say you, the audience, I'm asking you that if you're feeling a little bit uncertain of yourself, reach out to someone, because if you have a partner that is not understanding, you need to find another way of communicating that to them. Because and I'm going to label this, men are so quick to say, oh, it's because you're on your cycle, you are, you know, it's Hell Week. No, they write it off as something that's really menial when it's not.
When it's actually not.
Minimize that for us.
Yes.
They minimize that for us, which in return minimizes the way you feel and what you're actually going through.
Yeah.
And what I want to say about that is, in that very short relationship that I had, this person minimized me the whole time for what I was going through. Instead of, like the current partner I have, going, okay, something is happening. Let's just take 5.
Yeah. And that's
just
all that you need. It's just,
through this.
That's it. Let's just pause. Let's just evaluate what's going on here. So it just creates this healthy relationship balance as well, where,
Absolutely.
you know, there's a go-to, you know. So what are some of the raw, uncomfortable or surprising questions people throw at you because you're a sex and intimacy coach? What's been some of the, you've got to give me the vast array. Some of the extreme crazy and some,
Right. People think for some reason we're a sex or intimacy relationship coach and therapist, as I so creatively labeled myself, that you have the most raunciest, craziest sex tricks up your sleeve. Okay. Some people think I have a sex dungeon, which is lovely.
It's like a 50 Shades room, a 50 Shades of Grey room. You've got a 50 Shades of Caroline somewhere there.
Absolutely. So that is the most bizarre thing. And then you have people that are so uneducated in terms of what they know themselves about sex and intimacy. And for them, it's like a perverted thing. They just want to come and see me because they want to see what the sex therapists look like. And when they see that I'm either blonde or gray and pretty normal, they kind of go, oh, they expected this dominatrix with the whip and chains, and I was going to teach them something new. And I'm going, absolutely, I can do all of those things for you, but it comes at a price. It's not just the regular consultation. And you're probably going to have to order me my latex suit because I don't have one of those. So that's the bizarre thing. And what people, I think, lack to understand, or the need to understand, is that we all have the capability of being intimate. It's just how you translate intimacy.
That's it. And I think also intimacy is very important as you're getting older. It's extremely important with your partner or your husband or anything. But I think we shy away so much with discussing this, which is something it's such a huge topic. And there's so much of information surrounding it that we need, you know, but we don't want to ask because it's also part of the taboo. But I mean, we're grown adults here. Sex is sex. I mean, come on. If you need to know, ask it. And I think especially women in their midlife, 40s, 50s, it's like they shy away from this because, listen, your sex drive is not the way it was in your 20s. You know, that's just the reality. It's something you got to accept because life gets the better of you. Life happens. And there's a lot going on in life, you know, but that doesn't mean you need to kill it completely or just, you know. So how in your opinion do you, I mean, okay, talking about me personally, I've got 3 kids. You're juggling work life balance, and then now you also are supposed to get back home, see to everything, and then also be the vixen in the bedroom. I mean, how do you do that? Please give me some tips here because I'm sorry, with age does come like wowness of redefinition, right? But also it comes with exhaustion as well. I mean, I'm sorry, exit pains are a thing. So how do you kind of like keep that spark going in a sense when you have all these things that encumber you in life, you know, that seem to take precedence over. And I know it's a constant thing where people are like, no, you know, sex is so important. It keeps a relationship together. And it's very important that you, and we get it, like we know it in our minds. But then now to kind of put it down to plan. And that's the thing. It needs to be planned because, especially with kids. So please tell me, how do we navigate all of this? And yeah.
I'm going to write it down to the partnership that you've got, right? And this is not directed at you. This is a blanket.
Yeah.
Right? I have sex almost every single day.
Right.
No fun.
God, Caroline, you really
Always
are
good.
vixen then.
But it's because of the partnership that I have in my relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't schedule any time for sexual engagement. It just happens.
Okay.
Because we make the time to connect. Yes, we make the time to connect. So and it's not even a golden rule. I just think if you have 2 really good people together and you know what your value system is and you know what you want out of a relationship, you will make it happen. And when we started dating, we said, this is how we're going to do things. We have to connect every single day.
Yeah.
And it's not that we're sitting down and I do a little debrief of what your day was like.
Yes.
We always go, how did you sleep? The first thing we do in the mornings, we have sex. Okay.
Goodness.
And my rule is the mornings are for him, the evenings are for me.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
Because you're going through your phases, I'm not necessarily always in the mood to initiate anything.
Yeah.
I'm quite happy to receive.
I think that is also a thing where it's like, yes, we'd want to, but the reality is you're not always in the mood to say like, okay,
yes,
you know.
Yes. And the thing is, have your talks, be honest. I'm saying to people, be honest about what is your expectation. Because remember, if my expectation is 7 days a week and yours is only 3, we are not going to meet each other.
Yeah. You got to create
You're not going to meet each other.
Balance, a compromise.
And yes. And for me, going through the phases that I'm going through now, and that's the other thing. Are you still in love with your partner? Do you still find them attractive? All of those things, they play a role. So I look at my person, I'm going, I still want to smack that bum. I still want to nibble on it. I still want to roll over and kiss it in the morning.
I love it.
I do believe that if you have to have joy. That's the other thing. If you don't have joy,
for sure,
I don't care how much work, life, balance, children, everything you're trying to juggle. If you do not have joy in your life, you will be miserable and you will find a reason to decline everyone on just about anything. So I've got 2 kids. Currently, they're 9 and 12.
Okay.
The partner that I have is not the father of my children. He is a really good support system in the sense is he doesn't father them.
Okay.
But he supports me in parenting them.
Okay. That's,
If that makes any sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
So we have, yes. So if I'm busy consulting or doing whatever it is, he will get in the car and he will fetch them from school. He will make sure that they get fed and that they're not starving and that they're not dying at school from
Yeah.
hunger. That makes a difference. When you have someone that helps you carry the load. When it comes to disciplining them, he leaves it to me. So I have that support. I have backup. Now I want to tell every man out there, if they're listening to this, and every woman, if you haven't heard this before, if you do not have the right backing and if you don't have the right support system from a man, you will not give in to him sexually.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Because for me, I can, if he has to walk into this room right now after this and go, let's go for it, I'll go, I'm ready. Why? Because I know I can depend on him. I can
Yes.
rely on him for just about anything.
And
So
that
why do I want to
increases
deny
the
that?
attraction and, yeah, I think the passion. When you see just a man take charge of,
Charge.
take
Yes,
charge and assist and help and aid and work together. Yeah.
correct. And women do seek men that can lead them. Because in a
Yeah.
time of us being in crisis, we need someone to go, I'm holding the fort. This is what I need from you. And if you have a family, you as the mother will do the mothering instinct and protect.
Yeah.
But the father is the overall protector of the family.
Yeah.
And if the man cannot lead, then the woman has to step in those shoes or into those boots. And we have to lead. We don't have respect for you.
Yeah.
I don't care
Yeah.
what we say. We say, oh, yeah, but I do respect him and I do love
Yeah.
him. And you want to stroke the ego. No, be honest about it.
Yeah.
If he can't lead you as a woman, you are not going to have that balance because all you're going to think of is survival. I need to lead this family and this family is depending on me. And if I don't do it, no one else is going to do it.
Yeah.
So why do you actually want to have sex or get intimate with a man that cannot get his stuff together?
That's true. That's true. So true. Okay.
So
So
that's
from
for me
that,
where the balance lies.
yes, I 100% agree. Yeah. So what should women in their, because there's a lot of women in their late 30s that are also perimenopausal, surprisingly enough. So late 30s, 40s, that's like to start paying attention to what should they, or how should they prepare, like, or can they even prepare, honestly, emotionally and physically for this whole new season of, yeah, womanhood.
Right. So it affects us all. It impacts us all differently. I'm going to say, look at your markers. If you're finding that you're overly emotional or feeling very vulnerable and feeling very sensitive. So if you had to say to me, like I said to you just now, oh, you are so beautiful. I'm loving your hair. And let's say you are used to compliments all the time. And then today I'm going, babe, that color, I'm not so sure if yellow is your thing, even though it is. Just don't get me wrong. Suddenly you're feeling very offended by me.
Yeah.
But you and I, we can actually have these really honest heart-to-heart conversations.
Yes.
But previously, we could be just so bold and so beautifully open with each other.
Yeah.
You're finding that you are super sensitive, and I'm not talking about your cycle, but I'm talking about in life in general. Suddenly, everything is coming at you a mile a minute, and your vulnerability is at such a high. I'm not talking about a low, you're feeling low. I'm talking about you're so super sensitive, and you just, everything is just scratchy. It is normal. As I said in the beginning when we started this, give yourself grace, be kind to yourself. And then make a note of it. Go, oh, that's so off kilter. That's not who I am. That's not what I do.
Yeah.
If you're feeling super emotional, write that down and look at the changes that you're busy going through. Identify what does not resonate with you in this present time. And then you reach out to someone. Because what you're going through is absolutely normal. We have no control over it. However, it's how we respond to it, how we give the feedback to other people in our lives. Because
100%.
every day, and I'm sure you do the same thing, if we are irritable or we have brain fog, we choose to either deal with it in kindness or you deal with it in terms of lashing. It's like an anger temper tantrum.
Yeah.
So I choose to rather just go, okay, I need 5 minutes to collect myself instead of getting frustrated about the situation. And again, I say this to everyone, you need to be kind to yourself. You have no control over what's busy happening to you, and there is no miracle pill that's going to take this away. I know of some women, and I'm not there yet, so I can't say tick the box, it's fact, I've lived it.
Yeah.
Some women tell me that they've been in it for 20 years. I don't
Wow.
I don't understand. And again, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I have to take your word for it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Sure.
All I'm going to say is I'm speaking to the universe and saying, please, I only
please,
have
no.
one more year of this. Like, can we stop already?
Say, no, I'm going to be exempt from it. I'm exempt from it. I put it out in the universe. God has said, no, Chantal, you're exempt from it. And we hope
I'm
and
going
we
to write
pray.
you a note. I'm going to write you a note to the universe.
That's it.
I
So
will release you from this.
Oh yes, we put it out there because that's what we want. Law of attraction here. So how can women identify what they actually need intimately, in your opinion?
Right. I think a lot of this goes back to our childhood traumas in terms of how we were raised. If you haven't been raised in a loving, caring environment, and I say this again to everyone, we all need love. Those people that go, I don't need love, I don't need intimacy, I don't need sex. I hear you. And I'm really sorry that someone had hurt you.
Yeah.
So badly that you want to deprive yourself of that.
Mm.
Don't deprive yourself from love, because you know what? It's a beautiful thing to have.
Yeah.
You to isolate, you to choose to be celibate, whatever it might be. And I'm not talking about monks. I'm not talking about people that's taken a religious oath to not be sexually intimate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about people that it's normal to go through these things. Ask yourself, why are you resisting it?
Okay.
Why do you resist the change? Why do you resist intimacy?
I guess you've got to dig deeper into that. It's an individual thing. Yeah.
It's not an our thing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure.
Trauma that you've experienced. And it also goes back, and I'm saying this to any new mother out there, or even for us right now in the stages that we're at, if we are not really huggy, kissy, feely, touchy with our children, I'm asking you to change that. Because if you don't embrace your children, and if you don't hug them, and if you don't love them like that, they learn that it's okay to not have physical contact.
Yes, yes. And they grow up into adults that want to step back from,
They have that resistance to personal touch. And then that's just a life cycle. And teach your children from young, there's healthy touch and there's bad touch. It's as simple as that.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But I believe that if you think about it, if you're having a really bad day, even those of us, me included, I used to resist a hug. Don't hug me when I'm having a bad day. Don't come close to me because my walls were up. But ultimately, the most beautiful thing is when someone hugs you, you are...
Yes.
And you just let it flow.
And I understand that. I mean, for me, even if I'm having a bad day, all I want is a hug. And I feel like it just releases the world off your shoulders, basically. So
now, I was very much the opposite of you.
Yeah.
Don't come near me because I'm strong.
Yes. I can handle this. I got this. Yeah.
Yes. And I think I've never cried as much as I did with my current partner, because all I'm doing is crying.
But that's good. It's releasing. And we all need to.
Making up for all the lost
Yes.
time.
There we go.
Yes. And the other day I was having a bad day and I said to him, I really just don't know what's going on with me. And I'm not there, and you're not there, and you're not. And I'm giving him all the things that he's actually doing. And I'm going, but you're not doing this. And he goes, just come crawling here. Just come crawling here. And he just pulled me closer. And when he pulled me closer, I was like, all of that.
Just let it,
I released. And then afterwards, I was like,
a hug can do so much.
Silly.
Yeah.
It's a bit silly.
Get back on track here. So I'm going to ask a bit of a cheeky, a bit of a naughty in a sense question, but what does a healthy relationship with your own pleasure look like? I know some people would take a step back from it because it seems too, I don't know if it's vulgar in a sense, but I feel we need to be chatting about these things. I mean, come on.
Yeah, so I don't see it as vulgar. For some people, it might be a vulnerability to share it.
Yes.
I share very openly.
Yeah.
And I feel the reason why I share openly is because some people might be going through what I'm going through, but they just can't speak about it. So maybe if I can say what I say and people can learn from it, I can go, it's actually not a bad thing to talk about it. I also believe it's the way I give the message. So if you don't do it by means of being crashed or crude or completely vulgar, or too explicitly let's say, animated about it.
Yeah.
I think it's good to share. I think I have a very healthy relationship with myself and in terms of how I self-pleasure. And what I want to say to women out there, if you can't self-pleasure, you can't expect someone else to actually do that for you either. So get to know your own body, know what works for you, what makes you tick, and connect with yourself intimately as well.
Yeah.
And I say that because intimacy is actually not sex.
Yes.
Completely different thing. So I'm asking you to be vulnerable. Allow yourself as a woman to be vulnerable. Strip yourself from that armor that's keeping everything together, or strip yourself from any shame. And I say this because I come from a staunch Afrikaans Christian background, and self-pleasure was not allowed.
Yeah, that's taboo. Yeah.
It was the devil's work. It was taboo. And if you touch yourself, oh my gosh, you're going straight to hell. And the moment you touch yourself and you might experience pleasure, you're going to seek out boys that's just going to want to have sex with you. Well, guess what? I think that's what pleasure is all about. It's about having a good sexual engagement.
Yeah.
So get to know yourself.
Yeah.
Get to know yourself. Try things. It's not a one size fits all. And you might fail at certain things. I know I certainly have. What I thought worked for me yesterday no longer works today. And I'm pretty sure you know that when it comes to what we're going through now in our menopausal stages.
Yes.
Saying, you know what, keep trying, do something different. Patience. Be patient with yourself. Try not to fast track that either.
Yeah. Okay, so
helps.
getting into Love 360, the inside out of intimacy. What actually inspired this with you creating this handbook?
I'm going to say love, and then I'm going to backtrack, and I'm going to say the lack of love.
Okay.
I did not have enough love growing up as a child.
Yeah.
I had a very unhealthy window of what love looks like and the experience thereof. And hence it made me a very hard, stubborn, I'm going to say unkind, even though people will always say I'm the kindest, most lovable person, which I never viewed myself as.
Yeah.
I was very hard. I was a very hardened woman. And then for a long time, I've had multiple relationships that would fail because I would lead all the time. And I would bash the men in my life. But it's because I was historically, people would say you're broken. So I'm going to say historically, I would think that I was so broken on the inside, I was non-deserving of love. Until I sat down and I was like, I need to find out what's going on. And I had to work through all of my own triggers, my own childhood traumas and everything myself. And I started writing about that. So I started writing a book, which is completely unpublished, about how I grew up. But that was my therapy. That was my way of
Putting
working through
your
my
feeling
pain,
and your pain onto paper.
Absolutely. And then throughout all of that, I just reflect. When I saw it again, let's call it this manuscript, when I looked at it, I was just like, wow, how have I grown? And I thought, I'm sure I can do something with this.
Yeah.
How do we expect to find wholeness in other people if we aren't whole ourselves? And the part of Love 360 inside out is that you have to fix yourself first. And that's spiritually, mentally, and emotionally.
Yeah.
And once we work through all of that, then we can open up and I can share my love with you. And I am ready to then also accept your love.
Yes.
Because also what I say to people, we aren't necessarily all going to always be aligned. But it's how we respond to a situation.
No, for sure.
And how we respond to conflict. And I believe that it's our way of how we manage and how mature we are with regards to conflict, how we get through a relationship. And I see that in myself now, how I deal with other people. So historically, I'm going to say, let's say this whole thing with Zoom ending or a bad connection, I could have thrown a plate across the room because something just wasn't working. And I'm going, it's all right. It's out of my control.
Yeah.
Let's just see how we can recap. And that's what I had to learn. And I said that in the beginning. You have to have grace with yourself. You have to have patience. Most of all, also, if something is out of your control, try not to control it.
Yeah. You've got to just let go and let be, basically. Yeah.
Correct. And I say this to people, even though I do talk about the fact that we can come back from affairs or infidelity and we can work through things. But where I'm at in my life, I'm going, if your love is unappreciated or if you're not wanted somewhere, move on.
Yeah. Yeah. So
you should not be second in anyone's life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So with that, I feel like I've got like an abundance of questions, and I know you have got, clients to see, and I'm trying to like cram everything in one go here. But quickly, why do modern women struggle to switch off their masculine survival mode?
Sure. Okay. So I'm going to speak from my own personal experience. A lot of it goes back to our childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that in this world that we're living in, whereby men are being almost, I want to say, allowed to no longer be men, you leave us no choice. Because women are looking for leaders. Because we have our own potential, right? However, if men are just men, and I'm giving this a blanketed thing because there are some really divine men out there.
Oh, of course.
And if men know how to lead, and if men know how to treat women, we would not need to step into our masculine to lead a nation. And a nation could be your tribe, it could be your home, could be yourself, could be in the workspace. People think that women are aggressive out there. Some women are. But what's the root cause of your aggression? Where did someone let you down? Because if you think about it, our hurt and our pain and the things that we go through, it's all because we were let down or disappointed by someone.
Yeah.
And we have the rage and the anger, all of those things that's simmering and it's a boiling
like a build up that, yeah.
Absolutely. And I want to say to women out there that if you feel that you're in your masculine or operating from a space where you have to lead all the time, I do believe that you need to do introspective and ask yourself, why are you doing what you're doing? Some women, like I, would have said, I don't mind it. I like to lead. It gives me control. But that's also so dangerous because you don't allow anyone else into your space, really.
Yeah. What do you think is the biggest thing that couples get wrong about intimacy? And also, what does, or should I say, can a relationship survive without sexual intimacy? So there's two questions in there. I just thought yeah.
That's fine. So the biggest misconception that people have is that they think intimacy is sex, and it's not. Even like right now, you and I are having an intimate conversation.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm enjoying your space. I'm enjoying your energy. For me, that's intimate, and I think it's beautiful, and I can walk away from this going, I'd love to spend some more time with her.
Yeah.
Chat on the couch all day long.
Yeah. Yes.
That's intimacy. Intimacy for me is about being so vulnerable and opening yourself up to another person. Sex is a completely different story. We can all have sex with anyone. We are all capable of having sex with any person. But I'm asking people out there that if you say, oh, we have a very sexless marriage and it's good and it works for us, it might only work for one of you. The other one is just going along with the plan.
That's true. Yeah.
Ask yourself, why? Why? And are you actually being truthful with yourself? Because I don't think a relationship, unless it's medical, can survive without sexual intimacy. Because what else do you have to connect you? It's like a charger and a mobile device. And this is what I said, and I think this is also why for now, for this journey or this phase that I'm in my life, I'm happy for the person that I have, because we have all the other stuff that flows that makes the sexual engagement just, it's always an event.
Yes.
It's always good.
Yes. It's
It's
always
great.
mind
And it's
blowing. It's mind blowing.
because we
Because
have
you're
our days
so
where I
in
go,
sync with each other. So it makes sense.
yes, and don't think for a moment, I know you're joking about it,
Yeah.
and I love that.
Yeah.
Um, we have our moments where it's for me, I can say, oh, but I wanted you to finish. And you'll go, no,
Mm.
I just wanted to enjoy you and I just wanted to
Mm.
see you. And I might have that mind thing of we still need to
Yeah.
pressure men to the point
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
they,
Yeah.
and but it's not necessarily the
Yeah.
truth, but this is that my historic wounding from how if someone didn't finish, they would go, oh my God, you just didn't do it
Yeah.
for me,
Yeah.
So
And you
whereas
take
in this
away from the
space,
fact that you just had such a close moment and it's actually not
correct,
about that.
correct.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's what I want to say to people. You can have your sexual intimacy without actually having to reach a climax.
Mm-hmm.
You have the touching, the feeling, the just being together. And so I didn't come out of the womb knowing exactly what it is that I wanted either.
Yeah.
It took me quite a few tries to get to where I'm now. And I want to leave everyone with just a bit of, a nugget where I say you have to be kind to yourself, get to know yourself. And if someone is not doing it for you or they're not doing it right, be mindful that if you don't lead them or tell them,
Mm.
they're never
They're
going to
never going
know.
to
So
know.
when I'm
That's the
saying,
thing. Yeah.
yes, yeah, because you don't know what you don't know, right? And if I keep saying to my partner, Jesus, you're just not doing it right, for heaven's
Yeah.
sake, I really don't even know why I'm doing this with you. All right. Well, what can I do
Tell
differently?
me that's it. Direct me.
Tell me what you like. Yes. Because if you don't
I think
direct me,
that's so important.
how must I
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yes. But I want you to now apply that to every other area in your life,
Mm.
even your relationship with your sister. If something's not
Yes.
working for you, instead of talking about it, not that you've complained,
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yes.
Do the same with my sister. She can
Yeah.
say something to me that I didn't like, but instead of me firing back immediately, I'll go, I have to go home and think about that one. And then you're busy
Yes. Yes.
driving
Yeah.
traffic and you think, okay, well, she was quite right.
Yeah.
And instead of going, you know what, I didn't like what you had to say, you can go, listen, I appreciate that you gave me your feedback.
Yeah.
Because I really believe that I was right. And the same goes for a relationship.
That is so true. So true. So well put. So, quick one before we let you go. What is the one truth every woman in midlife needs to hear about the whole package? Love, pleasure, intimacy. If you could give us a one liner or even a two liner. Yeah.
Not being intimate is a choice. So you choose to not want to be intimate with your partner. I understand some people don't have partners. So let's just put that aside. So every day you make a choice whether you want to involve yourself in intimacy, yes or no. Make healthy choices, right? Talk about it. For those of us that might find ourselves single and not have an intimate partner, and you are going through some serious life changes, find yourself a little tribe. Talk about things, but don't make it a whole woe is me, oh, poor me, I'm going through menopause, and use it as an excuse to not do anything in life. You can still, it's not debilitating.
Yes.
Believe me, it's not. You've got no control over it. Work with it instead of against it.
Yeah.
And open yourself up to the fact that you are going through changes and adapt, because that's what it is. It's showing us a new way of adapting.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Caroline. I know we've exceeded our time here, so I really appreciate you. And yeah, it's been so lovely having you on TVHF. And I think we might be getting you back in here, yeah, for another episode to dig deeper. Exactly. I think these are things that we as women need to talk about and feel free to talk about, not just, So yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, we will see you soon. That's it, guys.
Thank you. It was lovely meeting you. Keep well. Have a good weekend.
You take care. Bye.
Yes. Bye.
That's it, guys, for this episode of Truth Bombs and Hot Flushes.